Welcome to the directions for VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, logical tests, name range. Go ahead and open the attached workbook. So in this workbook, we have 3 worksheets. First one is student grade, so we're going to find the term average for all 4 terms. So I'll click the down arrow, choose average, and it should be equals average B5 through E5, check, and I'm going to use my fill handle. And then I'll find the average for each term, so again the down arrow, average, and it should be for term 1, B5 through B15, and then I'll go ahead and drag that across. And these are centered, so I'm just going to right align them so they match the previous. If you don't want the decimal places and you want it to round up, you can just decrease the decimal. All right, so the final grade is going to be based on the values here. So anything under 60 is going to be a 0, F. So between 60 and 70 is a D, 70 and 80 is a C, and between 80 and 90 is a B, and above 90 is an A. So this is a chart we're going to use for the final grade. But before I do that, I'm going to do my spark line so I can see for each person what happened during term 1. Between term 1 and term 2, did they go up? You can see the numbers, or did they go down? So you could look at the numbers, but it's a lot easier to look at a trend, spark line. So click in H5 and then choose insert, and there's a group called spark lines, and I want a line. So the first thing it asks, what's the range? So make sure you only select terms 1 through 4. Do not take the term average. So it should be data range B5 through E5, and it's going to go in H5, and then go ahead and click OK. So there's the line. You can change the color or style of the line, but before I do that, I'm going to choose markers so I can see each of the 4 quarters, and you can see them going up. Some people like to get real fancy and choose also the high point and the low point, and if you do that, you get different variations that you could choose for the lines where they're different colors. So you could select that. It's up to you, or you could just keep it just the plain markers. Whatever you like. When you're happy with it, drag it down to row 15. I now go into final grade. So before I do my logical, lookup and reference, I have to select my range here. So I'm going to select the range. You can click, if you wanted to, the first title columns if you want, but I'm just going to select the items. And I'm going to call this grade 1, because we're going to call another one grade 2. So in G5, I'm going to choose formulas, lookup and reference, and this is a vertical lookup I could have used, recently used. I wanted to look at this term average. I called my table grade 1, and you can see here it was 80.25, we just rounded, and it's showing everything in the table. And what column, if this is column 1, this would be column 2. And then you can see that there's a B in there. So I'll click OK and use my fill handle. And then I'm just going to put it in the center so I can see it a little clearer. So anything that is below 60 is an F, and all the letters seem to match. So now I'll go into the next worksheet, which is VLOOKUP. So there is a table down here, and it could be on its own worksheet, but I have it on the same table. And if I look at, this is asking for item number 93, and if you look down here, 93 is tires at a unit cost of $55. So I wanted to find what item name matches the item number. So I'm first going to select my range here, and I'm going to click in the name box, and I'll just call it item. And then I always like to check. You should see grade 1, item, perfect. So now I'll go into cell B8, and I'll choose formulas, recently used, VLOOKUP. So I wanted to look at this number, A8, which is 93. Then I called the table item, and then you can see everything showing up. What is the item name? It's in the second column. So I'm going to choose 2. And then again, I'm going to choose, because if it doesn't match the exact number, you don't want it to, you want it to return false. And now you can see tires, and click OK. And then you can use your fill handle. This one had nothing, so I'll just delete. I should have just dragged it down. All right, so if it's item number is 93, the item name is tires, what is the unit cost? So I'm going to use a lookup reference. So recently used VLOOKUP reference. So I'm still looking at 93, the item number. I called the table item, but the unit cost is in the third column. So 3, and then I'll type in false. And you can see it's $55. And I'll drag that down. The total cost is going to be $55 times 14. So equals C8 times D8. And then fill handle and bring it down. Okay, next one, HLOOKUP. So this one's slightly different because the numbers, if I look, it's the same values here as they were on student grades, but these went by row, they went down. That's vertical. This one is going across, so that's horizontal. So I'm going to select the range, and this one I'm going to call grade 2. And I always check to make sure it works. Grade 2, there, perfect. Let's find our average. So down arrow, average. It should be B8 through E8, check, and then go ahead and bring that down. And now we'll use the lookup and reference. But this one is HLOOKUP. Similar, but it's looking, instead of looking at columns, looking at rows. So I wanted to look at this average right here in F8, and it matches 51. What did you call the table? Grade 2. And then if this is row 1, where's the letters in row 2? So type 2 there. And this one, I'm going to type true. So true is referring to because there is that range, it doesn't have to be the exact number, whereas 93 had to be 93. This is a range between 60 and 70, so that's why I wrote true. And then go ahead and click OK and fill handle. So that's an HLOOKUP versus a VLOOKUP. And that's a save and submit. Thank you.